Welcome to the ISO Show, dispelling myths and sharing tips for success to improve your business with ISO standards.
If you're listening to this podcast, then you're in great company. We've got thousands of listeners who have a thirst for continual improvement and raising standards in business. Whether your interest is in quality, sustainability, or risk standards, I'd love to welcome you as a member to our online platform for all things ISO, the ISology Hub. The ISology Hub is the leading place to get access to all of your online resources, from in-depth training courses through to our very popular coffee break training, to templates and action plans and many other resources to help raise standards. As a member, you get access to over 100 courses, taking you from learner to practitioner to leader. The ISology Hub has all the resources that you need, which will really help to make your life easier and to help improve compliance in those business critical areas. So if you'd like access to learning and compliance resources ranging from data privacy to environmental management, anti-bribery, business continuity, quality, health and safety, to name just but a few, the list is endless actually, then we'd love you to come and join us. Just head over to the isologyhub.com.
Hello and welcome to the ISO Show. My name is Stephanie Churchman and I'm the Communications Manager here at Blackmores. In today's episode, we're continuing with our Meet the Consultant series where we introduce you to our team of ISologists. You have already heard from many of them on previous episodes as they often come on to talk about their standard specialties, but in this series we're taking a bit of a step back from the technical world of ISO to learn more about the people who help demystify ISO implementation for our clients. Our team of ISologists come from a wide range of backgrounds with a collective skill set to implement over 20 ISO standards. Together, they've helped Blackmores support over 600 companies to achieve various quality, environmental and risk-based standards. Today, we're introducing one of our ISologists, Minoo Agarwal, who is our standards champion for ISO 14001 environmental management. Minoo's been a member of our team for 6 years now and joined Steve Mason as a mental first aider here at Blackmores. She's been working with many of our clients for years now, working on ongoing support to ensure they retain certification and manage any transitions well in advance of the deadlines. She's probably one of our busiest consultants, mostly due to how many clients want to keep her year on year. And it's really not hard to see why, as Minoo is definitely one to light up a room. On the rare occasions that we can all meet up as a team, she never fails to make us smile and laugh, which is something we all value immensely. Being a team that works mostly either remote or on client sites, we really appreciate the camaraderie on the rare occasions that we can all meet up. And Minoo is definitely the type to make sure that everyone gets involved in the chatter and no one can leave without a hug. Her support for both clients and us as a team cannot be understated, and I'm looking forward to letting you all get to know her. So without further ado, welcome Minoo.
Hi, thank you.
It's all right. Well, today we're going to be discussing a bit more about your own journey going into the world of ISO, as it's not one that many expect to find themselves in. So starting with, what is your role at Blackmores?
Well, my official role, my job title is the QHSE Consultant. However, I am also an ISO 14001-2015 Standard Champion and a Mental Health First Aider too. I support my clients to having their management system fully embedded into their companies, and whether that be by conducting internal audits, management review, consultancy days, or just document review days. Basically, whatever it takes to get in the management system to being a suitable level to pass the external audits.
That's great. There's a lot involved for everything that you guys do, whether it's like implementation or ISO support. And yeah, I know from seeing your diary that it's always completely rammed. You rarely have any admin days or time to yourself. So well done for that. I'm pretty sure you're on the top of our chart for days completed, chargeable with clients.
Absolutely.
Yeah, every year. Someone's yet to take you off that pedestal quite yet.
Gladly, please do.
So now a bit more about you. What do you do in your free time? What hobbies do you have?
Well, we'll start with what free time. I have no free time. I have no hobbies of my own. All my free time is taken up by the love of my life, my son, Arav. He's very young at the moment, so whatever my input into his life is to making sure that he is successful in whatever career he chooses, following in my footsteps perhaps. But Arav's social life is extremely busy as well, so there's not a day or a weekend that goes by without a birthday party or a function or some sort of thing that we have to go to. However, when and if I do get some free time, I love to eat. So I love eating out. I love reading books, and my main sort of authors that I love, reading about is Jay Shetty and Sadhguru.
Oh, okay.
So spiritual and that type of stuff.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have pegged you for like the spiritual type for reading. I'd say we've had quite a few of the other consultants mention that reading is a hobby, but theirs are quite far removed. I think horror's been the most popular one out of the rest of the team. Yeah, so.
Well, there's one aspect that I would not like to share. No, horror's definitely not my bag. I'm definitely not horror. I like to more learn. I think I'm at a stage in my life now that I'm just trying to learn something else, something new. And obviously mental health really suits me with the spirituality side of things as well. So I can try and sort of like when we're saying on the well-being side, like there's tapping or breathing exercises, and they're all, interlinked in some particular way.
Yeah, I suppose, that does make sense now thinking about it. All kind of comes together. So I guess this is part of, because I don't think I've ever heard this story from you actually. You just kind of appeared at Blackmores one day in my mind. So what did you do before Blackmores? What was sort of your path towards becoming an ISO consultant?
Wow, before a consultant, gosh, almost, I'm going to say 7 years, because I thought, gosh, it's always hard figuring it out really, how long I've been here. It feels like I've been here since day dot, really. So it's been over 6 years, yes, and it feels like a century, obviously.
Good or bad?
To be honest, it's hard. It took me a second to think then that I cannot remember life before Blackmores. It's, I'm so engrossed in every single day, and the passion and the love, obviously, for what I do comes out in my day-to-day sort of poor my consultants, really. We have a blast through the day. It's amazing. No, but seriously, I didn't know I was going to become a consultant. It was never my aspiration in this sort of area, but I'm extremely thankful when the opportunity came up and Mel sent me the joining details on the 1st of April. And I thought, are you having a laugh now? Is this a joke? But it was a blessing, absolute blessing. My passion really for this field arose from my father, Mr. Minoo Agarwal, who is very known in the industry. He used to work for Crayola, and I used to see him doing lots of jobs, going away, and I thought, wow, this looks amazing. I'm trying to understand what my dad used to do. So I started following him. So really it all started in 2006. I followed him to the CQI meetings, didn't I? And the love really grew and grew. And I started as a quality environmental health and safety administrator. And since then, really, I've never looked back, just progressed from role to role. I've done roles like quality associate, business quality control officer, I've been a cash auditor, and then, I was a HSQE compliance manager to the head of quality. Each role gave me a different experience of life. I worked in many industries as well, so I've worked in electronics, logistics, pharma, and also automotive and IT, of course. I guess I have been very lucky to gain in my experience and knowledge from a range of industries from my past life, and now more so from Blackmores, where the knowledge develops even further. So that's where it started from, really, from my dad. I always say it's from my dad.
Oh, wow. So a Crayola, am I right? That's the crayon company.
Crayola, yeah. Binny and Smith, yeah.
Oh, blimey. Okay.
Yeah, so he was the senior person there he was responsible as a quality director, responsible for EME. He was always flying off to America to see suppliers and all sorts, always in China, Singapore. He flew everywhere. But then that always inspired me. Like, I was like, oh, what does he do? How does he focus, doing audits and stuff like that? To be honest, I don't think I could fly anywhere and go anywhere to do my audits. You just get so knackered from it. But doing it remotely, I think my clients get a lot out of me. They get more time out of me as well. And I get to write good, extensive reports for them. So it's meaningful for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting hearing you took an interest from like such, well, yeah, a young perspective. I guess you're actually probably one of the ones where you say it's not an aspiration, but obviously with the inspiration from your dad, I suppose it kind of was a little bit by proxy.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's such a weird thing to try and understand in order to, I mean, I remember when, obviously, Rachel being my mum was a consultant here with us. It was the same thing. Her trying to explain to me what her job was very difficult. You kind of say the name ISO consultant and people's eyes kind of glaze over. But you taking such an interest in the subject, yeah, it's inspirational. And then even going so far as to go to the CQI meetings, as well, just to find out what was going on, puts you in good stead for everything. And yeah, your path has followed a similar one, I think, to Ali, who we've had on here before, where you kind of work your way up the ranks of like quality manager, through administration that way. So yeah, really, really interesting. I didn't expect it started from all the way back then, but that's really sweet actually that you followed after him.
Yeah. And Arav is also my son. He's also, I'm always saying safety first, or, be careful of this or that. And it's like, it's embedded in him. And when he's playing, he'll always say to his friends, I've seen it, safety first. And I sort of like start giggling because I'm like, gosh, that's a consultant in the making as well.
You got him doing risk management and risk assessments in the playground.
Absolutely. Risk management in the playground.
I'm sure the teachers will absolutely love him if he's pointing out, it's dangerous equipment. You should have that looked at.
And he'll say to strangers are danger, but you'll still talk to him.
Yeah, I think that's just a universal thing with kids, isn't it, unfortunately? So you've mentioned that you love being able to obviously produce really high quality reports for your clients. Is that your favourite aspect of being a consultant, or what are the other favourite aspects of being an ISO consultant?
Can I be really cliche? Can I say I love my role? I love what I do. I absolutely do. I absolutely love being a consultant at Blackmores. And that is, every day you get that job satisfaction. My favourite aspect of being a consultant is when my clients pass their surveillance audit, recertification audits, and they are beaming and they are happy with the output, That really gives me, like, my work pays off, so I'm doing my audits correctly. I'm helping them implement correctly and all that kind of bits and pieces and doing what's involved. I enjoy being a part of their team when they turn around and say to me, Minoo, you're one of us, part of the team. And that's really nice because it makes you feel like, you're working to the same goal, the same aspiration, what they've got. And to be honest, can I say this out loud? I don't know, they'll probably shoot me down, but I enjoy telling people what to do. Very sassy and bossy. I basically I understand that the clients have paid for our time and, us helping them with their management system. So I enjoy helping people improve their management system. Again, dictator. But yeah, that's it really.
Yeah, no, I mean, as I said before, you work with so many clients because they don't want to let you go. Year on year, the ISO support, I mean, we do like to switch people around just a couple of years because it's good to have sort of like a fresh pair of eyes on management systems, but trying to tear some clients away from their established consultants, especially when it comes to you, Minoo, is a very, very difficult job. They really do love you. As you say, you become a member of their team, so it's really valuable. And even though we say, don't worry, we will return her to you the following year, it's just you need to have someone else look at it for a year. But yeah.
Oh, bless them all.
And I mean, even on the Blackmore side, obviously, because you with Steve Mason, provide a lot of support on the mental first aider side for us. And you're always sending out really helpful resources, presentations and stuff with those sort of like coping mechanisms, you just say. And you guys are always open for a chat when people need it. You're a really calming personality, I think.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised.
Crying now, thank you.
And the telling people what to do, I think it's harsh. I don't think that's it. You guys, you guide them. It's a guiding hand, and you guys are the experienced ones. So I think, yeah, obviously you provide valuable advice that's taken on board.
Absolutely.
And also, at the beginning I mentioned the standard that you're a standards champion for. So at Blackmores, we have things called standards champions. This is just where we assign consultants to sort of manage the resources and stuff, creation of training materials, all that type of thing for specific standards. Obviously, because we have quite a big library, we need to divide this up. And you're our standards champion for environmental management, ISO 14001. So is this the only standard you specialise in, or what are the other ones and why?
So I've got like a wealth of experience within 27001, 14, 45 and 9. So it's information security, environmental, health and safety and 9001. And for my sins, I've also dealt with the MHRA regulations and guidance, and also the TS 16949 for my sins. I mean, because I've been in so many industries, I guess I've just had a lot of experience with different standards and, you know, obviously the niche ones as well. There's no particular reason, I guess. It's just the roles I've had and acquired have really needed like 9, 14, 45. And it's only recently when I had joined an IT company that 27 came to light. And in Blackmores, it's just boomed from the start. So 14 is environmental. Yeah. I guess I have some, you know, experience in it, but I didn't start wanting the desire to be in all the standards. It was really health and safety where I had a bit of a passion. So like I said, like risk assessing and all that, it was that area. But yeah, I bring them on. More standards, bring them on.
You have to apologise. We kind of get a lot of integrated management system standards leads. So you guys kind of have to become specialists in multiple standards, whether you kind of like it or not, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 27001 is just, over the last few years, it's just become a very, very sought after standard. So pretty much all of our consultants have had to train up in that.
Very quickly.
Yeah, very, very quickly, especially with the transition that the deadline's hitting this year, which I suppose you guys will be thankful for, that you don't have to deal with the transition stuff going forward for a little while at least.
No, but they're all the same, aren't they, with the high level structure. It's made our lives easier, the client's life easier as well, to understand what a standard is all about. And I guess with each standard, they have their niche requirements, which also, you know, people understand after a while once they've read the standard and fallen asleep about 10 times. So
that's why they get you guys in. You guys can make it easier to understand. Break it down so it's not quite so dull.
Yes. Absolutely.
So over the years, what's the biggest challenge that you've had during a project, do you think, and how did you overcome it?
I think it's fundamentally, I mean, I'm going to take a spin on it really with the question. I think fundamentally you have to understand the requirements of the client from the very onset of the project. If that is understood, then there will be no challenges during the project, maybe only changes at that point. Even when we do projects or other work for clients, I mean, the same principle applies. You just need to understand what the requirement is. I'm not going to give an exact example, but I'll give an incident, because no names, where we've had where the incident, but it was overcome by me completing the work in my own time. So I'd done some of the work and then I had to sort of do another part of the work because the other part of the work was not clearly, you know, described or provided at that point in time. So as Blackmores do, we go up above and beyond for our clients always, and we just got the job done in our own time and gave it within the required time frame that they wanted. I mean, there have been incidents not related to projects, but like external auditors as well. So this is another example where external assessors start to audit the client by providing what they believe their interpretations of the standard are, and they forget that the standard is actually what the client does, how the client operates, or what the client is all about. And then, we intervene and say, well, actually, guys, you really need to focus on how the company operates, and the standard needs to be how the company works. So we've, forever in ways and, saying to them that, guys, calm down, it's not your feeling or approach. So keeping other people in check as well.
Yeah, I can recall some incidents with that. Again, no naming names for anyone on either side. But yeah, it's a bit of an issue sometimes where assessors will come in and, as I understand it, they have a preference for how something should be done, whereas a standard is very vague on purpose about the specifics of how, because it's supposed to be bespoke to a business. So it's up to them on the way that it's implemented. But if an assessor comes in and goes, no, you have to have a very specific document that says X, then it can get a bit tetchy, I guess, at times. You have to kind of push back and just remind them they have to be a bit more unbiased towards the approach. Yeah. But you guys do a really good job. We've had loads of praise from clients, for most of the team actually, for when they've helped in those situations to sort of, help assessors see a bit more reason, or being able to fight their case and help them get through certification or recertification really smoothly. I'm sure they all appreciate that, because it can be nerve-wracking, those assessments. So having you guys there as a support is, greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. Yes.
And then lastly, it's kind of a bit of a spin-off of the last question, but what is your proudest achievement? And this can be, it doesn't have to be ISO specific, this can just be in life in general.
I've thought about my proudest achievement. There's just not one really. I mean, if we go towards ISO first, and then I'll give you a personal one as well. But for ISO purposes, it's generally when I hear that my clients have passed their surveillance or recertification with 0 findings or fewer findings, like OFIs is good. Anything higher than that becomes harder to digest when they start saying, oh, it's a minor. And there's me trying to fight that case off them. But yeah, it's seeing my clients go through, assessments and stuff, and they're happy. My proudest achievement in my own personal life is my son. I call him my masterpiece. I'm like, Arav, you're my masterpiece. And he's like, Mummy. So it's generally, everything you'll hear about is either my work or my son. So I think I've got the best of both worlds. Yeah.
Oh, he definitely sounds loved from all the stories that I hear about him. I still remember that time when you were desperately searching for a birthday gift that he really, really wanted, and it was just like panic searching. It's like, I need to get this for him. He really, really wants this. I could tell that he gets all the love at home.
Absolutely.
And hopefully he'll follow in your footsteps with his little
Blackmores. Another couple of years.
Bring him on board. Have to get him like a little clipboard for his risk assessments in the playground.
I'm going to start doing checklists at the park. That's it.
Well, thank you very, very much for your time today, Minoo. It's been a really, really good chat. And thank you so much for sharing all of that with us and for coming onto the show to record today. I know recording is not everyone's favourite thing to do.
It's been amazing to think about everything again. And it's nice to just sometimes, step back and say, right, why do I love my job so much? Why am I doing this? And, when we talk within the team or just talk like this, it brings it back. It brings it back to saying, yes, love being at Blackmores.
We definitely love having you here. It's the same for everyone. It's been really nice to sort of get to know, because I'm a part of the admin team, so I'm a bit separated from you guys at times. So it's been nice to kind of reconnect and get to know everyone a bit more from their pasts and stuff. So yeah, it's been insightful all round, I think.
Yes.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to wrap up here. So before we go, I'd just like to remind everyone to please like and share and rate this podcast in your preferred media player. If you do have a few minutes to spare, a nice shiny 5-star review would be really appreciated, as it does help us to reach a wider audience. As always, if you have any topics that you'd like to hear us talk about, feel free to email us via inquiries@blackmoresuk.com. We'd love to hear from you. So that's all from me now. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch up with you on the next ISO show.
Looking to use ISO standards to drive better business practice? Contact us at blackmoresuk.com to access further information and book your free 15-minute call.